بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد سيد الأول والآخرين مدد يا رسول مدد يا سادة صلى الله عليه وسلم دستور مولانا إن شاء الله فأعز أحسن ش.Muhammad طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية الله عز وجل خير عملك من المزاح لو أنفقنا ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت ولكن الله ألف بينهم صادق الله العظيم وإنسانlar sahabenin arasına Allah Azze ve Celle muhabbet koymuş onların arasına.
Allah Almighty states in the Holy Quran that it was Him that has placed the love among the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, and that He made the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, respect and honor each other.
Birbirlerini tutsun diye o muhabbeti vermiş.
And Allah Almighty, so that the companions of our beloved Prophet would support each other and back each other up, has placed love among them and has made them love each other.
Kalplerini birbirlerine meylettirmiştir Allah.
It is Allah Almighty Himself who has made the hearts of the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to be attached to each other.
Azze ve Celle onun parayla olmayacak şeyler bunlar.
To feel an attachment to somebody else, to feel love for somebody else, and the love that Allah Almighty has established within the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, is something that cannot be obtained through money or anything else.
Yapmak zordur, yıkmak kolaydır.
It is difficult to build, it is easy to destroy.
Onun için şimdi ahir zaman olduğu için fitneler.
We now live in the end of times, and we now live in an era where dissension and discord is prevailing.
Çok çıkıyor.
And we see that new kinds of dissension, discord appears.
Güya bu insanlar, Müslümanlar her şeyi bitirdiler, yenler dört dörtlük insanlardır da.
And the Muslim world behaves in a haughty manner, an arrogant manner, as if they had obtained a perfect state.
Eski olan şeyleri ne için böyle oldu?
And with this haughtiness and with this arrogance, they then criticize and evaluate former times.
Ne için bu halife oldu, bu olmadı, nasıldır şeyde?
As if they themselves were perfect, they start discussing historical people, and they discuss historical matters, and they discuss matters of former people. They ask, why has this become the caliph? Why did that one not become the caliph?
Şimdi o son zamanların fitnesi her tarafta.
And we now see this discord and this dissension is to be found everywhere.
Diyoruz bütün Müslümanların memleketlerinde bunu çıkarmışlar.
In all Muslim countries, there's this ongoing fitna of criticizing the past in the name of evaluating the past and assessing the past. They have an arrogancy and an haughtiness through which they justify to criticize historic people and to criticize history.
Allah Azze ve Celle istedi, oldu.
But when we look at history, we must accept without any doubt that things happened the way because Allah Almighty wanted them to happen this way.
Onu imanı olan insan bunu bilmesi lazım.
This is something a person who has faith must know.
Senin işin değil bu.
It is not up to you to interfere with what Allah Almighty does.
Allah'ın iradesidir.
Things happen the way Allah Almighty wanted them to happen.
Allah istemese böyle olmayacaktı.
And if Allah Almighty had not wanted things to happen this way, they would have never happened this way.
Bu kısaca kestirmece böyle Müslüman olan, mümin diyen olan.
This is a short description of how Muslims and those who claim to be believers must think, they must accept that everything happened the way Allah Almighty wanted it to happen.
İnsan bunu söylemesi lazım. Eski fitne yapmasına gerek yok.
It is not up to us to assess the people of the past. It is not up to us to criticize them. It is not up to us to scrutinize them.
Yeterince Müslümanlar dağınık, birbirlerine aksi, düşman, birbirine sevmeyen topluluk olmuş Müslümanlar. Bir de
When we look at the Muslim community today, we see a community that is scattered in various different groups. We see discord, we see dissension, and we see that there is animosity and enmity among the Muslims.
Daha bunun üstüne bu meseleleri de çıkarırlar.
And now they are even increasing and strengthening this fitna by fueling it, by spreading discord, by discussing historical matters and making people argue about historical matters.
Bunlar lüzumsuz meseleler.
These are useless matters to discuss.
Bir işe yaramayan meseleler.
There's no benefit in arguing about the past and spreading discord and dissension among the Muslim community.
Çünkü Allah'ın takdiri muhakkak öyle istemiş Allah Azze ve Celle.
We must always say when we look at the past that things happen the way Allah Almighty wanted them to happen through His divine will.
Her şey Allah'ın iradesiyle.
Everything manifests and happens through Allah Almighty's divine will.
Onun iradesi dışında bir şey olmaz.
There's nothing that happens outside of His divine will.
Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyurmuş. Ben en hayırlı bu vakit benim vaktimdir.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, described that the best era is the era of his time.
Benden sonraki vakittir, ondan sonraki vakittir. Yani bu vakitler yüzyıllar, birinci yüzyıl, ikinci yüzyıl, ondan sonra haraptır yani.
And as we look at how things after our beloved Prophet have developed, and as we look at the centuries, as we look at the first century after our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, look at the second century, the third century, and we see that things have been deteriorating over time.
Onun için o yüzyıllarda olan şeylere şimdi bizim yaşadığımız en kötü vakittir.
And now we've reached an era which is the worst of all times.
Kalkıp da onlara ahkam kesmek, sen şu yaptık, bu yaptık demek.
And we as the people and of this era of the worst times are now claiming to evaluate and scrutinize those former people who have lived in the best of times.
Bu iyidir, bu doğrudur demek akılsızlıktır.
We, as we live in the worst of all eras, are claiming to be in a position to speak about who was good, who was bad, of former people.
Hiç ne akla sığar, ne mantığa sığar.
These are mindless actions. This is not reasonable, and this is not logical, and it is not up to us to assess the people of former times, the people of the era which our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, described as eras better than the time we now live in.
Ne düşünce olarak iyi bir şey değil. Allah'ıma.
It is not up to us to make up opinions and criticize the people of former times and historical events.
Muhafaza etsin. Allah yolumuzu sabit kılsın.
May Allah Almighty make us steadfast on our path.
Peygamber Efendimizin yolunda olalım inşallah.
And may Allah Almighty make us be steadfast on the way of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him.
Bütün Müslümanları, sahabeleri sevelim inşallah. Ehli beyt.
And may Allah Almighty give us the love of all the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him.
Sahabeyi hepsini hepsi zaten birdi onlar.
The companions of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and may Allah Almighty be pleased with them, they were all one.
Onları da şimdiki insanlar zanneder ki düşmandılar. Halbuki
Today people speak about the companions, may Allah Almighty be pleased with them, as if there was discord, dissension or enmity among them.
hepsi akrabaydı.
But they were one big family,
Beraber yaşadılar.
and they lived together.
Onun kız kardeşi, onun kardeşini evlenmiştir.
And they were related to each other. One of the companions of our beloved Prophet would marry the sister of another companion. The sister would marry then the brother of another companion, and this way they were all related to each other and had become one big family.
Kızını evlenmiştir. Hiç yani öyle düşmanlık diye bir şey yoktu.
There was no such thing of animosity among the companions of our beloved Prophet.
Şimdiki bu akılsızlar öyle bir gösteriyorlar ki fitne fesat olmuş.
But these mindless people of today represent the companions in a way as if there was constant fight and dissent among them.
Haşa, haşa. Olsaydı zaten şimdiye kadar İslam diye bir şey kalmaz.
If there were discord, or if there was no unity among the companions of our beloved Prophet, there would be no Islam today.
Allah akıl fikir versin bu insanlara.
May Allah Almighty give clear thinking and reason and mind to those people who speak ill of the companions of our beloved Prophet.
Herkes kendi işine, kendine baksın, kendi nefsine baksın, ıslah.
People should rather look at themselves, and they should focus on making themselves a better person. They should criticize themselves and scrutinize themselves.
Etsin kendisine. En büyük ıslah da bu başka o mübarek zatların işlerine karışıp rey vermesin.
Do not interfere with the matters of those great people. Don't interfere and do not criticize the companions of our beloved Prophet. May Allah Almighty be pleased with them. Rather, if you want to make things better, start with yourself.
Fikir vermesin.
And do not form opinions and do not make discussions or arguments about the companions of our beloved Prophet or the history.
Allah muhafaza etsin. Amin. Allah tevfik. El-Fatih.